Hello everyone, and welcome to Yoshi 1 Kenobi's Rushed Rebirth deck. In this deck we play Rushed Rebirth. It's an instant for 2 mana, where you choose a creature, and when that creature dies this turn, search your library for a creature with lesser mana value and put it on battlefield tap, without paying any additional cost that you need to cast that creature. So this can target either an opponent's creature or your own creature. So you can target an opponent's creature and kill it with either a Blizzard Brawl or a Heartless Act, and then you get to activate the ability to just play a creature from your library with lesser mana cost. Our primary target is going to be Bayou Groff, as it's really a bad 5-drop if you cast it for 2 and then pay the extra 3 mana, or you can pay it as a beastly 5/4 if you sacrifice a creature. But with Rushed Rebirth, as long as you've destroyed a creature with converted mana cost 3 or more, whether it's your own or the opponent's, then you get a Bayou Groff from your library without paying the additional cost. So you kind of cheated out that way. So since we're playing a deck based on Bayou Groffs, then we want 1-drops that want to die. And with Strixhaven, we've got another good one, which is the eyetwitch. Which whenever it dies, you learn and get back part of that card. Also, Archfiend's Vessel, you want to send that to the graveyard and revive it as a 5/5 flyer. With that said, another one that's a disposable 1-drop is Lovestruck Beast's Heart Desire token. So that gives us 12 1-drops that we can sacrifice to the Bayou Groff. They're also all 1/1s, which means that you get to attack with Lovestruck Beast. That gives you the super powerful punch, 1-drop, turn 2 Bayou Groff, turn 3 Lovestruck Beast, and now you have 2 5-powered creatures in play by turn 3. Which, we already know what a 5/5 on turn 3 does. Now imagine playing a 5/4 on turn 2 and a 5/5 on turn 3. It's very heavy pressure. And what's really good with 5-powered creatures? Great Henge. So let's play a pair of those. They're just good. We have creatures that want to die, so we're playing Village Rites to draw more cards. Make sure that we hit these Bayou Groffs and Lovestruck Beast. And also, the team of the deck's pretty much just playing 5/5s because we want to bring back the Archfiend's Vessels as 5/5 flyers. Because, well, flying makes things better. Also, because our creatures are just so efficient, we want to play Call of the Dead Dweller. Imagine that curve. Turn 1 Archfiend's Vessel, turn 2 Bayou Groff, sacrifice the Archfiend's Vessel. Opponent kills the Bayou Groff with their own Heartless Act, and then you Call the Dead Dweller, bring back your Bayou Groff. Again, just ignoring the extra cost because you're special summoning them from the graveyard, just putting them into play. And you get the 5/5 demon. So even though the opponent removed your 2-drop, you end up with 2 5-powered creatures on turn 3 with a single card. And that's just how powerful these synergies are. And then you can also use Luris to bring back Archfiend's Vessel just for redundancy, bring back the eyetwitch, or just bring back the Bayou. But in this case, since you'll actually be casting it from your graveyard, you're gonna have to pay the extra cost. It's mostly to bring back the Archfiend's Vessel. And in our sideboards, we're playing a whole bunch of lessons to go with our eyetwitch. In particular, we're playing Pest Summoning in case we're missing 1/1s to sacrifice, or in order to attack Lovestruck Beast. Introduction to Annihilation being removal spells, Necrotic Fumes. Well, basically the best lessons that we have in those colors that are fairly cheap. So with the deck tech complete, let's move on to some games and see this awesome deck in action. We are playing Rushed Rebirth on MTG Arena Standard against Resurgence. This is awful. This is better. I think we'll have to ship back Great Henge. It's too early for you. Come back 1 year. But for now, we're probably playing Rogues. Rogues, cycling, or mono white. Or mono black auras. That's a lot of possibilities. Let's keep it simple. Play a swamp. Snow covered one. That's your back. Yeah, alright. You cannot cast our Groff. Thieves Guild Enforcer mills us. And I'll pass back to our turn. Well, our opponent will pass back. You know what I mean. Well, our opponent is going to feed our Call of the Dead Dweller, which is a good thing. If you could fetch me an Archfiend's Vessel or two, it'd be great. I'd really appreciate it, actually. Thank you! Where's thanks? There's thinking, but thinking is not thanking. Yeah, I'll take the damage. Death Touch Menacing Eyetwitch, any 5/5 demon. We'll also sneak into 1/1. Just making it a better deal. All of that while thinning our graveyard. That's what I call efficiency against rogues. This is their true weakness. Maybe I'll need to label my video as this. Rogues cannot beat this. Best deck in the meta. You must play this immediately. Like those other streamers. Opponent kills our 5/5 flyer. But no, this is a fine deck for the meta. Nothing groundbreaking, I don't think. But if you like playing big creatures, it's a lot of fun. I think we want Love Strike Beast. It's a big beater. I like Love Strike Beast Bayou Groff, but don't quite have the mana for that. Missing some green sources. Can't possibly trade with our 1/1. Thieves Guild and Forces is way too valuable. Merfolk Quinn Robber. I think now's the time when we kill the Enforcer. If we can prevent the opponent from milling us to 8, at least for some time, then we can set up a position where we're in a better position than now. Another call. Nothing really good. If the opponent flashes in a Soaring Thought Thief, the opponent will have to double block the eyetwitch. I killed the Soaring Thought Thief because the eyetwitch has Death Touch. If there's a Thieves Guild Enforcer, yeah, I just don't want to lose the 1/1 for free. I need that 1/1. Actually, I'll just hard cast Bayou Groff. Because when you don't get it on time, you can always cast it as a 5 mana 5/4. It's not good. It's a move you do in limited. But when your options are limited, maybe it's its time to shine. Okay, the opponent was loaded. For our end step, at least. So now that you've played all your stuff, I guess it's your turn. 3 cards left. One of those is a Scryland. Scrying to the top is ominous. Opponent's swinging with a lot. We're applying enough pressure. You should not be doing this. Oh, and that will get you good, because we'll attack with everything. And you're probably holding a drown. So that's 12. You'll block Love Strike Beast, will Rushed Rebirth. Okay, that's also a play. You draw cards, but you can't protect your creatures anymore. So if you block the left strike beast or the Groff, then we get a Rushed Rebirth. Then we'll get another Groff to replace it. And then we get a Call the Dead Dweller to make a pair of 5/5 flyers. And that's a lot of 5-powered attackers. Especially when the opponent's on 5. Also, I'd like to thank our opponent for the assist on putting these Archfiend's vessels in our graveyard. Let's split the counters, because it does not matter. It's more like antimatter. It goes away. Actually, I don't know enough about antimatter to make jokes about it, but... yeah, sure. I could use a second green source. Subscribe to the bottom. Doesn't... well, okay, sure. That'll keep on top. Because it's good if our opponent mills it, and it's still fine if we draw it. Not good fine, but... it's something that I can play. That's better than land. Also, I fully expect our opponent to mill it. So now we have 4 lethal attackers, a death-touching eyetwitch, and a random 1/1. The opponent needs to figure out a way to deal with all of those. Well, the 2 wind robbers can sack themselves, prevent the 5/5 flyers. The opponent still needs to deal with the Bayou Groffs, and the eyetwitch is just going to be poking. So you have 5 cards. Alright, opponent does not attack. Our attack should be like this. Five cards plus the 2 wind robber triggers. It's a lot of cards. That deck plays a lot of kill spells. Here's one. It's one of the best ones too. So I'm not too sad to see that go. And I'm not sending the 1/1 in because I assume that the opponent still has a Soaring Tot Thief or enough blockers that this turn they could block positively the 1/1. When cracks the wind robbers, loses the Soaring Tot Thief. Alright. And we'll get another 1/1. And I didn't say please. That's true. I should have said please. It's always important to keep your manners. Here, please. Can you survive another turn? Maybe. Depends on what you have. If there's more removal spells, like 2 more removal spells. Ooh, Lull Mage Domination. Okay. And Thief Guild's Enforcer? If the opponent has 2 Thieves Guild Enforcer... oh, no, that's just game. Alright. Good game, opponent. Too many options. Couldn't play a good game in time. But that was a fun game. We're playing Rushed Rebirth on MTG Arena Standard against Avenger 9696. Alright, this is pretty good. It's pretty close to an ideal curve. Look for left Strike Beast token on turn 1. Bayou Groff on 2. And you thought that the 5/5 on turn 3 was rough. Alright. You're matching my 1-1 with a 1-1 with a better ability. I'd like to see you match this. A 5-4 on turn 2. That's right. Dancing. Dancing. Opponent swings with the Fireblade Charger. This is obviously a trap. But that's okay. Because we have the Call of the Dead Dweller to just bring it back. Means their opponent's not developing their board. So get a Lustrike Beast. Just another option that we had at our disposal. So when your 5-4 on tier 2 gets destroyed, just play 5-5 on turn 3. Stonewalling mono red. Heavily stonewalling mono red. Hitting you with our 5-5. Putting up wall number 2. You shall not breach our walls. Opponent attacks. We will block. Rimrock Knight. Keep on having to use multiple cards to get rid of our creatures. It's very good for us. Temple of Malady. Sure. Call of the Dead Dweller is essentially 5-5. Already 5-4. Just in case our opponent deals with our 1-1. They don't really want to have all our offensive power stop. It's a 5-4 Death Touch Menace. Seems fair. Now how about we end this now? Because we're also packing removal. Just in case our big beaters weren't big enough. And that's how you stomp on mono red. Without playing Bone Crusher Giant, because that's another way to stomp on mono red. But playing big creatures very early on does the trick too. We're playing Rushed Rebirth on MTG Arena Standard against Leo 78-677. Creatureless hand. No, mulligan this. This is much better. We'll throw a snow-covered swamp. Go eyetwitch, then we can village rights on turn 2. Unless you find something better. Bayou Groff would be ideal. That is the dream curve, as we're playing mono red apparently. The Fireblade Charger does not come smashing in. I don't really want to smash in either, as we are the blockers right now. Until we draw something bigger. Of course I will block. But I'll actually village red stats. Because I need some action. It's almost a draw 3 at this point. Which resolves. We go for Pest Summoning. As we draw 2 more lands, not what we're looking for. Opponent casts a Rimrock Knight. So we'll just go with the Pest Summoning. An annoying play for our opponent's board to deal with. Phoenix of Ash is going to do a decent impression. I can take the opportunity to cast a Temple of Malady. That's not what we want. We want some of our creatures to go with that spell. Let's get rid of Phoenix of Ash. I guess I have an opportunity to attack. Opponent blocks with the charger, it only kills one. Yeah, sure. I'll give you the opportunity to attack with your Rimrock Knight. Maybe that wasn't the best idea. Just felt like having an indestructible 2-1 pest was the right move to attack. In retrospective, I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Not against mono red. Oh, you should have boosted that Rimrock Knight. Now I'm disappointed. Still need creatures to revive. No attacks, pass the turn back. Opponent goes to combat. Still nothing. Oh, an axe. Alright. And we finally draw a Lovestruck Beast. Which will allow us to make a 1-1. Make a 5-5. And be in a much better shape. So then we're now perfectly set up to cast Great Henge next turn. When Frostbite the best, granting us 1 life, and we pass the turn back, with the opponent having almost enough to revive the Phoenix. We'll chump Anax, as that's a lot of damage. Proven Champion, main phase 2. Alright, and we get a Great Henge and Archfiend's Vessel. Drawing a card in the meantime. Setting up a Village Rites. Alright. And now that's a much better spot. We have a Call of the Dead Dweller to revive the Archfiend's Vessel. Ooh, opponent is threatening to Embercleave. I think we block this way. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. Cleaving on the Anax brings him to 10. Ooh, we're dead to Embercleave on Anax. Very dead. But there's no blockers that get out of it. Do we have an out? I do not think we do. Unless the opponent misplays like that. We'll Village Rite the Archfiend's Vessel. Drawing some cards. That's some first strike damage. We're still in an awful spot, but we're not dead. Gee, we might as well be dead. Alright, well, call it the Dead Dweller. We'll bring back Archfiend's Vessel and eyetwitch. The Death Touch counter and the Menace counter on the eyetwitch. The Archfiend's Vessel will turn into a 6/6. We drop 2 cards. This allows us to revive our Lovestruck Beast if we want. Oh, let's go with the 2/2 eyetwitch first. Drawing another card. Now's the time when we go after that Lovestruck Beast. Drawing another card. Getting access to Heartless Act. Which is awesome. We might be able to come back into this game due to our opponent making mistakes. Moving the Embercleave to Anax. Way too late. Needed to do that last turn, my friend. As this attack is going to be a complete blowout. In my favor. You get a eyetwitch. Alright. So, you block the Rimrock Knight. You block the Robber. Block the Fervent Champion, and we trade with Phoenix of Ash. We kill the Anax, so we take 3 off of this. We have an eyetwitch dying, which will enable us to find a card from our wish board. Goodbye, Anax. Also making sure that you don't get your triggers off of all the other creatures dying. I think I want basic conjuration to ensure we have a creature next turn. Also gains us some life, which isn't negligible. Bayou Groff. Alright. Well, let's open up with the basic conjuration. See what we can find. Find a Lurrus. Lurrus is pretty good. Lurrus can bring back an eyetwitch. Draw a card. Get access to the eyetwitch. Cast the eyetwitch. Draw a card. Cast the Bayou Groff. Sacrificing the eyetwitch that we just put in play. Drawing a card. And getting access to our Containment Breach. Which I probably should have picked up earlier to get rid of that pesky Embercleave. And now we're out of mana. I'll just pass the turn back. With our wall of blockers, we're fairly safe. The opponent can't revive the Phoenix and equip Embercleave on said Phoenix. We'll get to contain that Embercleave next turn. Opponent gets rid of our Lurrus, unfortunately. I was looking forward to looping eyetwitches. Opponent passes back. Alright, well, let's not forget about it. And Containment Breach that Embercleave. Then we go for the good old trick, Archfiend's Vessel. Draw a card. Bayou Groff, sacrifice the Archfiend's Vessel. Drawing more. And we get another Love Struck Beast. For valiant efforts. Now's probably when we start to attack. Have enough on defense, time to send our 6 powered creatures into the red zone. Literally the red zone, because their opponent's playing red. Opponent uses eyetwitch. But the opponent didn't have any card in hand, and the opponent is not packing a wish board. So it really was just a 1-1. Always play a wish board, people. Otherwise you'll end up like this exploding Gideon. And that's how you beat mono red. Just wait for him to make a mistake or two and monopolize on the power of the Great Henge and 6/6s. 6/5s. Anyways, big creatures. We are playing Rushed Rebirth on MTG Arena Standard against Zan. Playing Professor Onyx. I suspect the Sultai play? No, an Obosh player. Alright, we'll keep this. This is really good. It's the type of hand you want on Twitch. Because you get to play the eyetwitch, the Bayou Groff, and then your opponent kills the Bayou Groff, and then you revive everything using the Call of the Death Dweller. So you get to fetch stuff from the wish board. Always a nice thing. Little poke to the eye first. Sacrifice and learn. What do we want here? We have Call of the Dead Dweller, Lurrus. Maybe Necrotic Fumes, because we don't have removal? Let's go with that. Innkeeper comes in. Hit you with a Groff. Continue the pressure with Lurrus of Dream Den. And pass the turn back. Opponent stomps on our kitty cat of Nightmare and hits us with the man who owns the inn. We shall respond with a turn 4 Great Henge. Hit you for 5. Pass the turn back. Opponent's down to 9. Cracks the Fabled Passage. Alright, you have 4 lands. Don't Brazen Borrower to Henge. All of that will leave you open to Bayou Groff. Bone Crusher Giant to draw a card. That's okay. We can take one. We'll gain 2. And take the turn again. Heartless Act. Can we end the game? No, I don't think so. But we can call the Dead Dwellers. Bring back Lurrus. Draw a card. Snow-covered Swamp. Also play the eyetwitch. Because we can. Draw a card. Another Call of the Dead Dweller. Snow-covered Swamp. Get rid of that Bone Crusher Giant. Clearing the way for Bayou Groff. As the opponent resigns under the overwhelming pressure of our Bayou Groff, Lurrus, and early Great Henge. Taking you down. We are playing Rushed Rebirth on MTG Arena Standard. Our opponent, Great Henge, is about to get groffed by our Bayou Groff. We're gonna keep this. Hopefully we're going to draw a 1-drop that we get a sacrifice for the Groff fairly soon. Opponent's on mulligan. Have too many calls of the Dead Dweller. You gotta put one of those spam protection against those calls. Opponent's also playing green. I don't have anything to play on turn 2, so now's the time for Temple. Already have one of those. Guess I could have casted Bayou Groff on 2 and revived it with Call of the Dead Dweller. Maybe we'll do that. Opponent plays the Tangled Florahedron. That's too slow. I'll just bide our time. Play the Heartless Act. Put in some mono green by the looks of it. As telegraphed by the Faceless Haven. And the Master Symmetrist, which we will take down immediately. It's too bad we didn't have Rushed Rebirth. I would have kept the Heartless Act. Alright. Now we're talking. Archfiend's Vessel, Bayou Groff. Sacrificing the Archfiend's Vessel. And we have a 5/4. Little out of curve, but still gonna do pretty well against this board. Much bigger than Tangled Florahedron. I mean, it's very entangled. On place a Mammoth and a Swarm Shambler. Alright, we could fight the Mammoth. I guess we start by attacking. See what the opponent does. Opponent takes it. I'm under no pressure. Let's just pass the turn back. Well, no pressure. That's still 5 power on the battlefield. Plus the Faceless Haven. Potentially Vorinclex. Alright, Vorinclex is a thing. Thing that we will kill now. Goodbye, Hornclax. It was nice meeting you for a very brief moment. Alright, we have another Bayou Groff, which puts us in a somewhat awkward position. But I think we'll just go with the Fight the Mammoth, swing for 5 and summon a 5/5 flyer. Actually, swing for 6. And summon a demon. Because why not? And the opponent resigns, as our big, cheap creatures are just too much to take. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. It won't cost you any mana, and it greatly helps to support this channel and keep the awesome videos coming. Until next time, may the fun be with you.